Hunky says the most common sound during sex when Aaron was at the Rekietas was on guard as Nick and Aaron foreskin fenced. Then it ended with docking like they did on Avatar. I am going to beat this rumor that I had gay sex with Nick.
Avatar docking is the worst one.
It did not. I did not have sexual relations with that man, Mr. Rekieta.
He had sex with me.
Never once. Never once. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, Aaron, you should have stayed with the first. I would have stayed with the first one. She was and is way better than the second one. Well, you know, I mean, hindsight and all. These broads are a little high strung when scotcheroo bars will do it. Either that or remarkably principled.
Yeah, that's I'd say that's a good way to, you know, like that's the way to like take positives out of it, man.
No. Withhold snaps from
happened.
these bitches.
It was sad, but if that's all it took was a scotcheroo bar.
Yeah. At least the last one needed degeneracy, swinging, and cocaine to realize that.
And a Mustang.
And a Mustang, yeah. After she made me buy that Tahoe because she said she wouldn't be with a guy who drove a minivan. Son of a bitch, I was trying to be a Menards dad. Now I've got a drug dealer car. Black rims and shit.
She was putting out a hint, Aaron. You got the vehicle, but you didn't play the rest of the character.
God damn it. There were breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs, I say. Swapping, whatever, because it does create some awkwardness from time to time. I mean, it's still fucking barrels of fun. It's still fucking great. You're fucking slamming two chicks and nobody's getting mad at you, you know? Well, not all the time.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Then do the chicks get mad? We're like, hey, you showed him how to sling better dick. Or do they appreciate that? Like, thank God.
I know that Kayla was always, her and I just had a lot of fun with what we were doing.
Fun stuff.
I know that Nick and Kayla had their issues with how we all did things, and they would have arguments and fights all the time. April and I had this evolution from like December to March where we were like, hey, you know, you and we're fucking a lot now. Like it's fucking every day and it's crazy and blah, 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 blah. And then it went from that to like, we both were just like, yeah, I'm going to like, I started going with this person. She started going with that. So it shifted. I think at one point, like the cocaine fights started to create a lot of resentment between the two of us. Like I know that she hated me bothering her about it. And I know that I hated her doing it. And then lying about how much she was doing it when I'm fucking right there. So I know we kind of went to the other person for comfort, which is a terrible fucking idea because then they're just shit talking you. And I'm shit talking her. I'm not going to pretend I was saying all the shit that bothered me about her. And I will say Kayla's an incredibly helpful listener and helper or whatever. And her and Nick would
She's got such tiny tits.
Like I learned from
Can't take it.
I learned from Kayla talking about I learned from Kayla talking about those two, like her reading their text messages about her. They were just trashing the fuck out of us the entire time. Like they were trashing us. We weren't really trashing them nearly as much. Like we were kind of talking about our own shit. Like we were talking about like what we liked and all that stuff. And I know that there was one day he read her texts and he was not happy about it. So we must have been talking too much about something.
Don't worry about being normal. Don't worry that you are not exactly like your neighbor. Do the best you can for yourself, for your partner, and then you are going to raise healthy, happy children who will be sexually literate.
As long as you don't share partners and do cocaine, because that is proven that that's a good way to turn 8 kids in your house into 0 pretty fast.
If sex has become a routine, make sure you go and see a sex therapist, somebody who can help you to spruce up and make your sex life better. Looking outside is never going to work.
So don't go out and touch grass.
You hear that, Aaron? You fucking idiot. That's what she should have said. Oops. Did Dr. Ruth just chew my ass from beyond the grave?
Kind of.
I think she
'Cause
did.
in a way, you tried that approach not once but twice.
I did. It didn't work out
And
well.
how did it work out both times for you, Sonny boy?
Divorce. Both times divorce.
Oh, shit.
Infidelity in both of my marriages led to divorce.